All right. Good morning, everybody, from the mountains of Arizona, up here in northern Arizona. We're going to give you some updates on the homestead and what's been going on lately. So we'll wait until a few people come in to start talking about everything. But just wanted to wish you and yours a good morning today on this Thursday. It's the 9th of December. So let's start talking after some people get on. Got this thing started a little bit late, 7:07 already here in Mountain Standard Time, and I'm still working on my first cup of coffee, so I'm a little bit slow at the moment. All right, so we'll see who joins us here. Hey, good morning, Blue Collar Homestead. Glad to have you with us. So I'll probably put up a link here if anybody wants to come on and chat with me on the live stream. Good morning, Stuart's prepping. So see see if anybody wants to come on the live this morning and chat a little bit. I was gonna share something with you guys this morning, and I don't remember what it is. I'm on my first cup of coffee, so bear with me here. Um, yeah, I guess that's one of the things I was gonna share. It's just that we're going to be on with Bland's Promised Land Ranch tonight. So you guys should go check out their channel. Um, let's see. Let's see here if I can share this. Share a link to their channel here. It's also in the video description. But there's a link to their channel, and then we can also let's see if we can share the screen. We'll put up Bland's Promised Land Ranch so you guys can see what their channel looks like here. They've got some cattle, baby cows that get into trouble, but they do a live stream every Thursday night, and they've got a drone. They've been doing some shots there. Talked about their turkeys. Anyway, give them a subscribe because they've got 618 subscribers right now. So I want to send people their way. All right. Hey, good morning, Lynette. Coffee Angel Crafts. All right. Good morning, Mulberry Branch Farm. Yeah, glad you're here. It's good to have you. All right. Well, we'll put up the StreamYard link, so if anybody wants to join in, they can. We'll chat about some things. Let's see here. Trying to figure out all these things on StreamYard. Thanks for bearing with me. Yeah, so over here on the homestead, we have been preparing for snow. We might get snow tonight. So that will be exciting if we get snow before Christmas. Hopefully, we will. We got snow a couple years ago, really heavy on the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Kind of kept everybody from heading to the Black Friday sales throughout town and outside of town. So it was kind of interesting. But yeah, are any of you experiencing snow right now? Are you getting snow? Do you have snow on the ground? Let us know in the live chat. So, howdy, LG Homestead. Thanks for joining in. Glad you're here. Yeah, so this week's been kind of nuts for us already. My dad's been in the ER twice and has 2 appointments this morning. So you can be praying for him. His name's Don. Um, and hey, howdy, Tiny Tim Posey. Glad you're here. Yeah, so it's been kind of a bummer having my dad in the ER this week a couple times. Um, it's been hard on my mom. No snow here in Oklahoma. Uh, and then Blue Collar says warmer than average here in West Tennessee. Mega storms headed our way tomorrow night. All right, yeah, we'll be praying for you guys over there. Hope that mega storm doesn't do too much damage. No snow, but cold as can be. Need to break out the livestock trough heaters. Yeah, I know we just had to plug in our chicken water heater um, this past week. Actually, Barb from Men's Over Acres was reminding us last week to plug it in. She said she doesn't use heat in her coop, but she does heat the water, and that her chickens lay, most of her chickens lay all winter. And so that made a light bulb go off in my head, and I realized, yeah, I haven't plugged that in yet. I plugged in the heater for the chickens in their coop, but I haven't plugged in their water yet. And I think we're getting more eggs this week since we plugged that in last week. So hopefully Barb from Ben's Over Acres comes in here and we can thank her personally. Oh man, I'm way behind on on the chat thinking about the cold and the trough heaters. Um, all right, let's see here. Oh, sorry to hear about your dad. Thanks, LG. Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks, Mulberry Branch. Um, yeah, we really need pray for my mom too. She's not really asking for much help right now, and I think she really needs it. So I'm trying to figure out how best to help her out. They only live a few minutes down the road, so I brought some supplies for them yesterday over to their place, but you know, um, my mom's doing the best she can, trying to help him out. But he's got some issues with Parkinson's and is deteriorating. So hopefully this is just kind of a bump in the road and not something more long term. But um, hopefully we'll find out some more information this morning. Actually, at the end of this live stream, they'll have their first appointment, and then they'll have another one at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard. So, all right, let's see. Stuart's prepping, praying for him. Thank you so much. Um, all right, so oh, you know what we have that's fun that's going on? We've got a ugly sweater Christmas party tomorrow night at our friend's place, and we can't wait. I should have brought my ugly sweater in here so you guys could see it. But we found some ugly sweaters at our Goodwill, and they had a whole rack of them, a whole rack just of Christmas sweaters, and most of them were just hideous. So it's kind of fun. We haven't done the ugly sweater Christmas party yet. Actually, we did one a long, long time ago when we were first married. I don't even think we had any kids yet. Maybe we did. Maybe we left them at my mom's or Danielle's mom's. But anyway, do you guys have any Christmas parties you're looking forward to? We don't do too many of those, but these are our friends from Awana. They homeschool like we do, and we met them at Awana, and they're just a riot. We love them to pieces. and they're just in the next town north of us. So they have like 50 chickens or something like that. So it's pretty cool. Um, we've got a lot in common with them. All right, let's see. Okay, we got Blue Collar Homestead says, praying for your whole family, sending well wishes. I can relate. My grandfather also has Parkinson's. Yeah, if any of you are diagnosed with Parkinson's or have family with Parkinson's, I'd love to just connect with you. I don't know a whole lot, but my dad was diagnosed in 2014, I believe, and he was pretty young back then. Let's see, he was just maybe 60 at the time, so he's not even 70 yet. So yeah, it's a terrible disease. It's really horrible, and there's chances that I may have it as well. I've seen some kind of symptoms that he maybe had when he was my age. So it's uh it's rough. Yeah. Hey, there's Sherry from Southern Roots. Good morning, Sherry. Simply Pam. Good morning. Uh, I think it's Ashley, right? Ashley from Mulberry Branch Farm. Trying to remember all my names, so forgive me if I got your name wrong. I think it's Ashley. Uh, love ugly Christmas sweaters. Yeah, me too. There were some gems at Goodwill. Oh my goodness, there were some that had like every type of decoration you could think on them, like sequences. I think most of them were women's sweaters. Some of them I couldn't tell, but um, it was I was just laughing. I couldn't pick one because there were so many to choose from, but I got one that my boys say it looks like a Minecraft Christmas tree and the stars like leaning over sideways and the branches are all super long and leggy. Uh, anyway, I'll have to take a picture of it and put it up on Instagram or the community tab here. Um, praying for both your parents. Thanks, Tim. That means a lot. Um, Mickelson Family Homestead, you're listening, yeah, at work. Hey, I appreciate that so much. You know, I listen to a lot of videos of homestead stuff and gardening stuff while I work, and lots of live streams whenever I can catch them. And yeah, it's hard going in and out and leaving a comment, and then trying to go back and see what I missed and all that. So appreciate that a lot, Mickelson family. Let's see. I think I'm getting behind on comments here again. There is a link if any of you want to come up and talk on the stream. I've got a link. Let's see if I can share it again here. Uh, love to have any of you come up and talk about your channel. Just promote yourself, self promotion. All about that here. We're at 800 subscribers, I think. So we're kind of stagnating a little bit. Part of that's because I've been busy and haven't been able to put up videos. I've got lots of footage, but haven't been putting up videos. So um, yeah, but it helps. It helps going on people's live streams. It helps commenting, and if anybody would like to mod here, I'm gonna see if I can add a moderator or two. Some of you people that I trust here, and I know that you've modded for other channels. I'm gonna add you as some mods here. See if you guys are willing to do that. If you are, then that's great. And then maybe you can put up some links for some of these channels that we see in the chat. Um, all right, let's see. Comments. Simply Pam says, we are helping our family move. Moving is always really fun. LOL. Oh, I don't like moving at all. I and when we lived in San Diego, we were a one income family, moving from place to place. We had a family member's house that we rented for, I think it was 4 years. And it was great. We had a garden. It was a small yard, but we had a garden. There was an orange tree there and we're able to plant palms. Something you guys don't know about us probably is that um, Danielle is really into palms. She knows every palm out there pretty much. There's only a few that she doesn't know about, but she knows about all the rare palms. When she was a young girl, she started getting into palms and got all kinds of books about palms. And we don't really have palms here because it gets really cold and freezes. But when we lived in San Diego, she had a bunch of palms, and it was really cool. So, um, all right, thanks, Blue Collar. Um, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, go hit the thumbs up. That always helps for sure. So I'm figuring some stuff out with these live streams, and um, appreciate you guys helping me out too. That really that means a lot to me too. So anyway, I was talking about palms. Oh, moving. Back to moving. So when the family member died whose house we were renting, that house went up for sale, and we moved into a two-bedroom, two-bath apartment, and that went well until it didn't. That place had mold that grew everywhere. There's a leak in the roof, and we were on the first story of a three-story place, and mold went everywhere. And they tried to dry out the leak with a blower, and that blew mold everywhere. There were mold spores everywhere throughout our whole house. I ended up getting some type of fungal thing in my lungs, and had to get treated. And then their lawyers gave us some kind of thing. They didn't want us to sue them. It was a nightmare. It was really, really bad. We threw away like pretty much all of our furniture. Um, that was a bad situation. And then we rented another place, and then God called us out here, out to Prescott, Arizona. So here we are, and we're seeing amazing things that God's doing, bringing us out here. Um, and I'll go into more of that story later. I think that deserves kind of its own video. Um, it's amazing. God's provision is just blows me away. All right, I'm gonna try to catch up on some comments here. I'm trying to do things too. Um, yeah, hey Lynette, if you guys stuff do, I don't feel like you guys need to just watch my face talk. That's totally fine. If you're listening, that's awesome. I appreciate that. You're right. It's hard to go back and forth on lives, reading comments, keeping up. I tried to look and comment here and there. Yeah, Mickelson family homestead. Thanks. Yeah, if you just pop in every once in a while, that's more than I expect. If you're listening to the stream, then that's great. But yeah, if you gotta bounce too, that's understood, and happens to me too. A lot of times I jump in and I jump into a live stream. I say hello and say hello to some friends that I recognize, and try to listen for a little bit. And a lot of times I get pulled away. There's a phone call that comes in, or a family member needs me, or somebody comes to the door. Right? Like there's all kinds of interruptions. So um, yeah, a lot of times you guys will see me, and then I won't even say goodbye or anything. I'll just be gone. And I apologize if I do that on your live stream. I don't mean to, but life happens, and I got stuff going on. So I know you guys do too. Uh, yeah, trying to multitask quite poorly. Yeah, that's a problem of mine all the time. All right. Good morning, Rebecca Davis. I'm glad you're here. Um, all right. Blue Collar's putting up some links for us. Um, there's a link to Stewart's prepping. Let's see here. Yes. Looks like got a link for Coffee Angel Crafts up there too. Excellent. Yeah, appreciate that. Um, yes, sir, Stuart. I don't advertise exactly where we live very often because there's people I don't really want to know. I don't want them to know exactly what town we're in. I'll just leave it at that. But yes, sir, we are in Prescott, Arizona. So if people watch 20 minutes into an old live stream to try to figure that out, then uh, whatever. But we're also planning to move very soon, which yeah, we don't like moving, and yeah, we were reminded by Simply Pam about that. Uh, yeah, so we've moved quite a bit. In San Diego, I can't even remember how many places we lived in. One, two, three, four, five, five different places in yeah, um, that was about 10 years. So every couple years, I guess on average, we moved. So yeah. Um, hey, Blue Collar Homestead, you're doing an awesome job moderating this thing. Uh, uh, I appreciate these. Everybody go subscribe to these channels that Blue Collar's putting up. Um, these are some great channels. Uh, hey, there's Barb. Hey, Barb. I was just talking about how you reminded me to plug in the chicken water heater. Um, it seems to have helped. So this week, I think we're getting more eggs than we did last week. So we had a heater in the coop, and although that seemed like it was probably going to help, it didn't really help. And it seems like the water heating the water did. It never froze up, but I think just keeping the water warm maybe helps chickens lay eggs more. It's a hypothesis that we're testing, right? Life's an experiment. We gotta just try a bunch of different stuff. So we're trying to figure that out and see if that really does help. But since you said you don't heat your coop, but you heat the water and you're getting eggs, we said, yeah, we need to make sure our water heater's plugged in. Uh, yeah, absolutely, blue collar. Yeah, of course I'm gonna say thank you for doing such a good job. There's Southern Roots link. All right. Yeah, Tim doesn't have a channel yet. I know. I want to see Tim's content whenever he does put some stuff up. All right. So I'm caught up on comments. So let's talk about some other stuff that's going on with this homestead since I titled this thing Homestead Updates. Um, oh yeah, warm water will help body temp. Yeah, that's what I figured. So um, yeah, seems to be working, but we only have a sample point of 1 week. So we'll see. We'll see how things go as time goes on. Uh, I hear my son's getting out of bed here, opening the bedroom door. So Scout's in here with me. Our dog. We think he's a Catahoula leopard dog mixed with a healer. So yeah, he's a good dog. He's a really good dog. One of the best farm dogs we could have ever asked for. Dude, Blue Collar keeps putting up these links. They're Simply Pam's. Good job. I picked a good moderator. Um, so on the homestead here, we are doing. It's talking about an experiment. We're experimenting with starting seeds indoors, and uh, we're doing that in our garage on a big shelving system. We bought some lights and some fans, and we're starting some seeds, and um, that's been going pretty well. We started with cilantro and basil, and I need to really shoot that video or edit the pieces I've already shot and put that up. But it's not heated in there. We've got a good portion of that garage finished out. That was one of the first things we did in this house. We scraped popcorn ceilings first day that we got it, and then in three of the bedrooms, and then we we drywalled the one large wall in the garage and insulated it. So it's somewhat insulated, but it still gets pretty cold. If it's in the, it's like stays 20 degrees warmer than outside, I guess, something like that. So yeah, Rebecca Davis, if you have a channel, let Blue Collar know if you're still in here. So anyway, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't think Barb has a channel either. Benzo Rakers, but yeah, we we got those seedlings going in there, basil and cilantro, and then we're growing some Swiss chard too. All this stuff we're just trying out to see how it goes out there and what we might want to change. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm not sure exactly how we'll do it for our vegetable starts, but we'll put the StreamYard link up there again if anybody wants to come up and chat. But as I was researching how to propagate plants indoors, I came across a pretty wild like subculture, and it is indoor plant growers. So just like ornamental vegetative plants. There's some that have flowers and stuff like that, but not really fruiting plants or food. Hey, there's Kelly Kane 916 from Sacramento. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Um, I was born up by Sacramento in Woodland, California, which is near Davis. My dad was going to school at UC Davis at the time, and was becoming a veterinarian there. So that's part of our story too. But yeah, the community of indoor houseplant groups. They're interesting group. They got a lot of Facebook groups and things like that. Do any of you grow indoor plants like house plants, like decorative plants for your house or plants that you can take care of? I bought a whole bunch of small starts just to see what I can do. I've got a heating mat underneath a bunch of them that are rooting or already have some roots but need more roots and are in small pots, and just trying to grow them up and just get more experience growing plants because that's a big part of homesteading, it seems. I know a lot of us focus on the um, livestock portion of it, the animal portion of it, and that's great. I would love to have more animals, and someday hopefully we will. However, right now on our property that's less than a half acre in the city limits, it's not something that we can do a whole bunch. Plus, we're planning to move. We'd love to do rabbits and quail. Those would probably be the two that we could really do here. We've got 10 chickens and they've been laying eggs. And thanks to Barb at Benzo Rakers, they're laying more eggs, it seems, this week. But yeah, it's something that we'd like to get into more. But growing plants is um, we found this year that we were really able to grow plants, and it didn't take us very long to learn the soil here, to learn the seasons, the temperatures, when to add shade cloth, when to put plants in underneath like fleece or row covers to protect them from frost. A lot of different stuff here that we didn't have to deal with in San Diego. San Diego is like the easiest place probably to grow besides Florida. It's amazing how easy it is to grow plants there. But um, oh wow, that's awesome. Wow, I need to catch up on these comments. I'm talking too much. Let's see. Hang on, hang on. Um, yeah, there's Blue Collar. Hey, everybody, go give Blue Collar some love on Instagram. There's the link. Go follow them. And you know what? That's a great place where I found. Here's a tip, a good tip for YouTube. A lot of times it's hard to comment when there's not a live stream going on. and you can comment on people's videos, but then it sometimes gets lost, unfortunately, in the notifications or whatever. And I try to be good about that. But you know what? I've got a few comments I know of that I haven't responded to yet that I really need to get to, that just came in either yesterday or the day before. Now that I realize it, but on Instagram, it just seems like it's a lot easier to message back and forth for some reason. The notifications are more prominent, I guess. I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but if you wanna chat, that's a good place to reach us on Instagram. Um, so we've got that in our about section on YouTube. So there's a link to our Instagram on there. So feel free to go and follow us there. And yeah, would love to chat about whatever. Just kind of um, on that. Rebecca Davis, yeah, she doesn't have a channel. You might need to watch y'all. My aunt lived in Woodland, California. Wow, yeah, it's a small world for sure. Um, Stuart's prepping. You're the closest to me. I'll live 30 minutes from Prescott Valley. We are Yavapai County brothers. Nice. In the same county. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody I know of on YouTube that is in Yavapai County. But yeah, that's where we are. That's what I usually tell people is that we are in central Arizona, up in the mountains where the cacti meet the pines, and we're up at around 5,500 feet. And most people either figure out kind of where we are in general and know, um, or I say Yavapai County. That's what I put on all like our Instagram posts and stuff is Yavapai County. It's a huge county, but there aren't too many big towns in Yavapai County. There's West Sedona, and then there's Prescott, Chino, Dewey, and Prescott Valley. So that's uh, that's kind of Yavapai County. I'm a geographer, so don't get me started on geography. All right, Blue Collar put their link to their YouTube channel. Thank you for that. And then there's Callie King 916 out of Sacramento. Hey, Tina Ladybug. Good morning, Tina. And Blue Collar got Tina up there. Nice. Oh, that's awesome, Rebecca. Knitted hats for homeless people. So you know what? I put up. I think it was on Facebook. I put up on our channel's page on Facebook. I put up a knitted chicken beanie that somebody made with the drawstrings down below, and I said I might have to start knitting. I bet I could knit something small like that, like a hat for a chicken. Have you ever knitted a hat for a chicken, Rebecca? Um, that's something I never expected to see. I don't know if it helps them, but I guess their comb on their top of their head releases some heat. So I think it was just like decorative and fun, but now I'm wondering if it was functional. Um, all right. Are people saying more into each other? There's supposed to be a YouTube link. Well, I think you got Instagram link up there, Blue Collar, but it's all good. Like, yeah, we should all be following each other on whatever platforms we're on. Um, all right, Lynette. Yeah, good to see you here. I hope you make it back too. I know how it is. Um, Barb at Benzo Raker says, I have 2 red pear tomatoes in pots and chard and sweet potatoes for greens and patio door. Yeah, I remember you talking about your patio and that you're still growing stuff out there. And I am jealous. We cut down our tomatoes and we had some potatoes that we forgot to pull. And they sprouted up during a little heat wave that we had here, and then they started dying back when the frost hit them again. So Danielle pulled them, and we had, I don't know, like a dozen little potatoes. I mean, they were pretty small, but some of them were like half the size of potatoes you buy in the store. Um, hey, I agree. Yeah, Blue Collar says Rebecca Davis, you should start a YouTube channel with that. People like the positivity. Yeah, showing hats that you make for the homeless. That's awesome. A lot of homeless don't like to be filmed, so just keep that in mind. Um, but some don't mind. I've had a lot of homeless friends I made when I worked downtown in San Diego. There's a lot of homeless people, and people just ignore them, and that's like the worst thing that you could probably do for a homeless person. Best thing you could do is look them in the eyes and say good morning or hello, or just like you would anybody else that you come across. Um, that's what they want, is to just be treated like a normal person. So my friend Chris, he was an amazing guy, and he was homeless, and he looked out for other homeless people. And whenever whenever I'd buy him some food every once in a while. Whenever I'd buy him food, he'd ask me if he could get something else for his friend, and then he'd introduce me to that friend. He'd say they're just a block away. So, uh, but they're kind of private too. It's kind of funny because they're out in front of everybody, and it seems very public. But a lot of them don't want to be, uh, you know. So they have family and stuff other places, and they don't want their family to, like Chris. He had a cell phone, and he would talk to his daughter back east all the time. But he wouldn't tell her that he's homeless. He'd just tell her, yeah, everything's going okay out here, and um, you know, I can't come and see you, but wish I could. So anyway, that was a tangent, but I've got a heart for the homeless. Hey, look at that! Tim's learning how to knit some socks. That's a good idea. You might get me into it, Tim. Let me know how that journey goes for you, because I can actually sew, like with the sewing machine. I can sew pretty well. I've sewn a few things. I've sewn an apron for myself, and a cover for our camp chef stove, like barbecue that we've got. And I've sewn some other things. I've sewn some. I don't know. You guys don't even know about all the stuff I've sewn, but I'd like to learn how to knit. I think maybe I probably don't need another hobby, but all right, let's see. Blue Collar says, March of Dimes made all knitted hats for the preemies. I still have ones that were given to me when our little one was born as a preemie. They amazing work they all do. Yeah, wow, that's really cool. I love hearing about that stuff. All right. Well, I think I'm caught up on the chat. So yeah, we're journeying. I am journeying into houseplants. Danielle's not into it at all. It's so funny. She's like, yeah, houseplants are kind of just a waste, and I'm like, that's always what I thought too. But now I'm realizing that I've got some of them are like tropical vines, and they're really easy to get them to root and water, and so I'm happy about that. And then yesterday I was listening to some tutorial on plant propagation, and I learned that there are a family of vines that put off some type of hormone or something in the water. So you cut them, you put that cutting into water, and then any other plant that goes in the water with that plant, it gets the hormones, I guess, from that piece of vine, and starts to root way better than it would on its own. So I don't know, but I'm thinking that might be something to try and experiment with. So we'll see. But stuff like that is really valuable to me. Stuff I like to learn and implement in different ways than other people do. So other people are just propagating more houseplants, but I'm thinking, well, can I propagate basil like that? Because I've had a hard time propagating herbs in water, even like peppermint and spearmint. I was trying to propagate those, and those grow like weeds, and I know that they will propagate really easily, but in water, for some reason, they're rotting. I don't know if the water's too cold, or if they're not getting enough light, or they're getting too much light, or what's going on. I'm not really good at propagating yet. So, hey, Backlash Fisherman, good morning. Hello to you. Uh, so anyway, I'm on this kind of propagation journey, and I bought a bunch of houseplant cuttings. It's pretty crazy. If you guys are interested in houseplants at all, doesn't sound like anybody is. I haven't heard anybody chime in and say that. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of houseplants. I never did either, and I don't really see too much purpose in them. I mean, decorating your house with plants, I guess, is beautiful, but not something I was really into. I don't really decorate. I build stuff, and Danielle decorates a little bit, but we're not really into that all that much. It's mostly like blank walls like this behind us. Uh, got my guitar hung on the wall, and a few pieces of art for my boys in here, and some maps and um, some like Bible verse tree art and stuff like that, and art Danielle picked up in Eastern Europe and Russia and stuff like that too. But yeah, not too much. But I think plants, we like plants, and in the winter, there's not a whole lot of plants where it freezes like this. Um, so yeah, I figured, well, if nothing else, we'll have a little bit of green in the house during the winter, and that'll be nice. But I'm learning some stuff, so as I learn it, I'll share it with all of you, of course. Um, Yeah, going back to the homeless, Barb says most Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless. Yeah, I know. It's even more of a struggle with the cost of things going up, the value of the dollar going down, um, and employers aren't paying all that much. So yeah, it's tough out there, and I've lived a lot of my life one paycheck, just paycheck to paycheck. Whatever I get's what I live off of. But uh, Danielle and I have been able to be good stewards. That Dave Ramsey book really helped us out a lot. Living debt free is kind of I always encourage everybody to live as debt free as you possibly can. A lot of us have vehicles that we spend so much money on, like hundreds of thousands of dollars on vehicles. Um, and a lot of that is just interest. It's not even it's not even going towards paying the car off. So Dave Ramsey is famous for saying, like, sell the stinking car, just sell it off, no matter what you owe on it. Sell it off, buy a beater, save your money, and a lot of beater cars, they might have 300,000 miles on them. They might be 30-year-old cars or something like that, that you'd think, oh, this thing's going to break down any day. Well, guess what? If it's running, chances are it's probably going to run again tomorrow. But that's not the way a lot of us think. A lot of us think I gotta have something reliable and safe and that'll keep running. But you know what? I've had friends that have had brand new cars and they're in the shop, and then they've got a bill that they gotta finance as well. And that's just craziness. So anyway, that's that's my rant about being in debt. All right, let's see here. I hope you're well. I am doing well. You can pray for my dad. He's been in the ER twice this week. He goes in for 2 appointments this morning. One's coming up in just 10 minutes, and the other one is an hour from then. So, yeah, there we go. Backlash Fisherman there. Hey, and he says, thank you, Blue Collar, picked you up. So, there you go. Got another subscriber. It's all in the way you play your cards. We were in that spot. Now we're out of the rat race and only have small utility bills. That is so encouraging, Blue Collar. You know what? That's a video in itself right there. If you have a video up about how you got out of the rat race and how you only have small utility bills, post that up. So many of us can learn from your experience there, and that is probably one of the best prepper tricks, I guess. Prepper hacks. I don't know what you would call it. Prepper tip. Being prepared just in general for whatever life's got coming. If you've got small expenses, what does Dave Ramsey say? You can uh, I lost that thought. You can save like no one else, so you can Give like no one else? I think something like that. Houseplants can clean up the air inside. Aloe vera is great to have. Yep, aloe vera is one of them that is on our list of ones to learn how to really grow it fast, and propagate it, multiply it. So, yeah, it's a medicinal one too, right? Like there's so much aloe vera stuff. There are a lot of people that drink aloe vera juice, my father-in-law included. So, um, hey, there we go. Look at that. Video coming soon. Thanks for the idea, Arizona Highland Homestead. Yeah, I think it's a great video. I think a lot of people could benefit from that. Just learning how to get out of debt. And for us, it was selling our vehicle. We were renting, and it felt like we could barely make rent and the car and food and utilities every month. We could barely get by. We weren't saving a dime. And then we realized, well, let's sell this van. And as soon as we started selling the van, guess what? Somebody gave us a car. It was a super old Toyota Camry, and it had a ton of miles on it. Everything was breaking on it. But you know what? Like the window motors were all breaking, and then the window would fall down. They're electric, windows. But guess what? I went and bought uh, a window motor for the driver's window. All the rest of them, I put pieces of 2x4 underneath the window and just kept them up. But the driver's window, I needed to have that work for a variety of things, drive through windows and stuff like that. You don't want to open your door, all that. So I bought the window motor, went on YouTube, figured out how to put it in, and put it in, and it was like $80 for a window motor, I think. And our car payment was, I don't know, 250, $300 a month or something like that. And I'm like, man, I'm still saving money even repairing this old car. And somebody just gave it to us. We let people know that we were looking for an old beater car, and somebody just gave us their extra car that they weren't using. And they told us, like, it's a piece of junk, but it runs. And we're like, yep, that's exactly what we're looking for. So, um, all right, I got a lot of comments. Sorry about that. Yeah, back to Tim. Houseplants. Yeah, there are a whole list of houseplants that are known to clean the air. NASA has done a study on uh, which plants clean the air in your home. So if you're looking to have a benefit like that and have some green in your house, look it up. Just search for it, and you can find it very easily. It's something. There's all these plant apps too for your phone that tell you how to keep them alive. So if you're worried about killing them, I've killed a bunch of houseplants over the years. 20 years ago, I had a bunch of houseplants and I killed a ton of them. But usually it's from overwatering them. Actually, most houseplants are the varieties that like to really dry out to the point where the soil gets like hydrophobic, where the water won't get absorbed by the soil. It's almost like that. A lot of these plants really like to dry out, so you can kind of just forget about them. So uh, anyway, it's enough about houseplants for now. I can grow an awesome garden, but for some reason, houseplants die under my care. Yeah, blue collar, like I'm saying, there's apps that you put in the plant that you have, and you allow it to see your location, or you punch in your zip code or whatever, and it tells you what the weather's like for your area, how fast your plants are going to dry out. It even says like, how close to a window are they, all these different variables, and then it just sends you a reminder on the app. Hey, you haven't watered your plant for 2 weeks. It's time to water your plant or whatever. So check it out. The one I got yesterday was called Planta. So plant with the A on the end. It seems like a good app, but I've only been using it for one day. So take that with a grain of salt. Uh, Barb has a few house plants in the bedroom. I think they keep the air fresh. Yeah, nice. All right. Well, I thought I was done talking about house plants, but aloe vera is fairly forgiving plant. Try one of those. All right, there you go. You got a suggestion, blue collar. My house and all vehicles will be paid off March 2025. Nice. We won't have our house paid off for a very long time. So yeah, I'm jealous, but I'm happy for you. That's awesome. Good job, Backlash Fisherman. Keep at it. get that thing paid off even sooner, maybe somehow. Um, Blue collar had aloe. It died too. All right. Hey, Chuck. Good morning, Chuck. Thanks for joining us. Um, been seeing a lot of people lately pretending to be homeless in my area. Yeah. Don't even get me started about Los Angeles. It is a tragedy out there. There's well, I'll just mention that there's a law in California now that um, you basically you can steal up to $1,000, I think, and you won't be prosecuted for it. It's just they don't have enough resources to prosecute people. So you guys may have seen some videos on that too, but um, unfortunately, it's been exploited by people who are not homeless, who set up. They go and buy a bunch of tents from Big Five or wherever, or maybe they get them from some of these, homeless outreach um, events or organizations or whatever. They put up like 5 tents all in a row and close them up, make it look like somebody's there. Put some worthless stuff in them, and then they go and they rob CVS or Target or whatever, and they just bring a shopping cart full of stuff, fill up these tents, and then they go and take their truck and bring it to, I don't know, a storage unit or their house or whatever. And then they go and they sell it on whatever, eBay or Craigslist or OfferUp or wherever. That's how um, that's their job, I guess, that they've given themselves, is to go and steal and sell that stuff. 100% profit, really. So it's really unfortunate, but yeah, lots of people are pretending to be homeless. So that's it's a good clue if you give them something that everybody kind of needs, but they can't sell. So like a food or something of that nature, and you can see the reaction of people. We make up like care bags for the homeless that have um, various items that aren't worth selling, and give that to people and ask them if they'd want it before giving it to them. And some of them say, "No, I have all that stuff already. I'm fine." And some are very thankful to have it. So that's kind of how we do it. It's not perfect, but yeah, Stuart's prepping. It's tough. Um, all right, blue collar putting up Chuck and Blinda's link, so click on that. Hate it when people pretend to be homeless to scam money. It really takes away from those who are actually homeless. It really does. It's a terrible thing to be doing um, to other people. Arkman Survival is in here. Yeah, Ark Wildman Survival. Thanks for joining us. Somehow I missed that. There's Ark Wildman Survival. Thanks for joining us this morning. All right. Let's see who else is in here. Hey, Homestead. Yeah, good morning. Welcome. All right. I am getting caught up. Oh, hey, there's Steven. Good morning, Steven, Mr. Boots and Bounty Homestead. Oh, hey, there's Lisa. Good morning, Lisa. Glad you woke up. Hey, I'm still on my first cup of coffee. I've been yapping and haven't been sipping my coffee, so it's probably cold by now. Yeah, that's not hot. That's for sure. I don't like cold coffee. Um, Danielle often gets an iced coffee, and I just can't do it. No way. All right, Lisa at Yogi Hollow. Appreciate you being on here, and hey, thank you so much, Lisa. It means the world to me to have friends like you in our corner. Lisa has been so supportive this week. Um, as my dad's been in and out of the ER, and he's got an appointment this morning. So pray for that appointment. Pray that the doctors and nurses will have some good answers and solutions, and that they'd be led to the cause of what's going on with my dad. I think it's Parkinson's related, but it could be other stuff related too. I don't know. I won't go into all of it, but just know that it's hard for him. It's hard for my mom. He's not able to really walk around on his own right now, and it's been tough. I've been wanting to help too, but my mom's reluctant to take me away from my responsibilities, including work and other things. And I'm telling her, hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm 8 minutes down the road. It's no big deal. But she still feels like it's an inconvenience, I think. So can pray for that too. Pray for me and her and our communication and how we can work together to get this thing taken care of. So I'm just making sure I haven't lost any other comments here. Oh, there it is. Mr. Blue Collar Homestead's in here. It says so. This was me talking about Los Angeles here just a minute ago. The law states over $9.50 and they'll prosecute. Store owner priced all his items in the store $9.51 and he has coupons at the register with massive discounts, bringing prices registered to normal. That guy's genius. That is the way to do it. Yeah, it's crazy. These laws that they pass, I don't know. I'm a libertarian at heart, probably. I'd say if I had to say I'm closer to anything. But so my perspective is that there shouldn't be a law in the books if it can't be upheld. But if people are taking advantage of stuff, yeah, you got to figure out how to make it work. Thanks, Mr. Blue Collar Homestead, for putting that up. All right. Yeah, LG Homestead, we understand. I understand 100%. Other people who have live streams on here could probably tell you that I'm there for a second and then I'm just gone. I have lots of stuff that comes up, either work or family related, or somebody's at the door or whatever, and I intend to make it back, but often don't. So my apologies to many of you. Yogi Hollow Farm, you've probably experienced that. Boots and Bounty, you've probably experienced that. I don't know. LG, you've probably experienced that yourself for me. So anyway, I like to come in and say hello and say hello to people I recognize, but then often I have to bounce out and I can't watch the whole thing. Um, so I really appreciate all of you who stay on and are able to watch the whole live. That is amazing and much appreciated. It's so funny at about this time. It seems like we get the most amount of people on this thing, and appreciate you all making it out here. Maybe people are just starting to wake up. I know we just start getting going at around this time. So yeah, it's kind of how it goes. Sometimes the day has so much left to do at the end of the night, and then yeah, you gotta get your sleep. So let's see. Barb says we have no other debts. We have biomass for heat. Small solar utilities are small. That's great. Yeah, yeah. Minimize those debts. That's important. It's amazing what we can live without, and we don't think we can. I keep saying every year, I wonder what it would be like to live without a smartphone. And here's Scout. You guys see Scout? Now he's out of here. Just wanted to see what I'm up to while I'm sitting over here for so long. Yeah, there's lots of things to learn how to decrease debt and increase your savings. And we love learning those. So when Blue Collar Homestead puts up their video about how they got out of the rat race and they got no expenses except for small utility bills, and I'm gonna watch that thing, the whole thing. All right, let's see here. Thank you, Chuck. Thanks for praying for my dad. Pray for my mom too. She's going through a lot right now. Just kind of getting towards the end of her rope, I think. So pray for her. Yeah, congrats on no debts. Wow, yeah, it's hard to do, but definitely worthwhile. Yeah, Lisa, I'm thankful for friends like you who who've been so supportive when I'm dealing with some stuff. Yeah, I hope they find out what's going on too. All right. Thanks for the prayers, Arc Wildman Survival. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, Blue Collar Homestead doing a great job today. Thanks. Yeah, go and hit that thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate that. It is very helpful. Um, Stuff happens. No worries. Um, all right. I think I am getting caught up. Maybe. Um, I'm still here, just busy making hats. Yeah, Rebecca, I'd love to learn how like a basic knitting. If you have any like channels that you recommend watching on knitting, like what you need to get started and simple first project and how to make those chicken beanies that I saw and posted on our Facebook page. And I'd like to learn that. I'd like to do something small, but something fun. It'd be really fun to make chicken hats for our friends that live nearby that have chickens. I think that'd just be hilarious. Again, I don't know if they're functional. Probably not. It probably annoys the chicken to no end. So maybe it's a little cruel, but I don't know. I think some of our chickens would tolerate it. Some definitely would not. All right, Lynette's back. You made it back. Thank you so much for coming back. It's awesome. All right. Rehabbing a new smaller house out of the city to become more debt free and listening. Yeah, that's awesome. I think we may be doing something similar. I don't know. We're trying to find a place with my parents. So hey Stephen, thanks for praying for my family. I appreciate that. RG Homestead. Hey, welcome. Good morning. Good morning to you. Um, RG's nearby as well, I think. RG Stewart's prepping is in Yavapai County. So it's another neighbor. It's great getting to know the neighbors. I have only track phone. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking of like doing a very minimalist life, and I don't know. Maybe I can't do that. Maybe it's just going to be too hard for me. But I think it'd be really fun to see how minimal we could go. It'd be great. Obviously, I got this computer. I'm live streaming on this morning. But you know what? This computer. I wanted to give you guys this tip here. So this is a Apple MacBook Pro. I put a link to it in some of our recent videos. We're Amazon whatever associates, so we get kickbacks if you use our links. So you can support us that way if you guys use Amazon. We're not a fan of Amazon, just to be completely transparent. We don't use Amazon unless we absolutely have to, if that's the only place they have the item. But if you're going to use Amazon anyway, you might as well give somebody a kickback. And if you don't already, do some charity or some other channel support by shopping through their links. Go ahead and use ours. But this MacBook Pro, I forget what year it is. It's pretty new. My dad bought it. He always gets the latest Apple stuff. He's just a huge fan. But he spilled coffee, and this one has fans underneath. It's like a horrible design, just completely horrible. But it sucks up the coffee into the computer and fries the whole thing. And it's this known thing, and Apple got rid of it the next year. But you can find these computers for actually pretty cheap. And some people have them and they just think they're a brick. They're no longer any good. They're just broken forever, and they're just electronics recycling from there on out is what most people think. But there's a place in New York that you can send it to. There's probably other places too. But we sent ours to this place in New York, and for I think it was just over $400 with shipping and everything. They fixed it for us, and it's like a brand new Apple MacBook Pro. Not brand new, a few years old, but amazing computer. So anyway, that's a tip if you're looking for a computer, and you can find one of these for real cheap. I think they're on eBay and other places for pretty cheap. But yeah, you might be able to find them. Dude, Lisa, living the dream. Only debt is mortgage here. So you don't have any utilities that you pay? Is it all like a well and you got solar and all that stuff, or you got utilities too? Because if you only are paying mortgage, like you are like living the dream. That is amazing. Um, all right, I'm going through the comments again here. There we go. We got RG Homestead's link up there. You guys go back up through the live and click on all these links and subscribe to everybody. That's what this community is all about: is supporting one another, and you can learn stuff from everybody in here. Everybody who's got a channel that's got some videos up there, we can all learn from. Outdoors with Big Matt's on here. Good morning, Matt. Thanks for joining. And if you guys haven't been to Matt's live streams, that's where I've picked up a lot of subscribers. Steven from Boots and Bounty. Matt, just by the way, this Boots and Bounty Homestead were the ones that let me know to go over and check your channel out and to comment in the live chats with you and even come up on there. They said that's how you'll get a lot of subscribers. And they were not wrong. They were completely right. So thank you, Steven, for the tip there. I appreciate it, my friend. And thanks to Outdoors with Big Matt. So everybody go give him a follow, subscribe to his channel. Blue Collar has a link up there. Thanks for the prayers, Barb. Appreciate it. What? On a round loom? Oh man, this is a new hobby. I'm gonna have to get into it, and I don't know how much my time's gonna be spent learning how to knit stuff on a round loom. It's not that hard. My curiosity is piqued, and it's a dangerous thing. I won't tell Danielle that you were the one that got me into knitting, Rebecca. So, but thanks for that. Dude, totally interested in chicken beanies. Maybe I'm just gonna that's gonna be my new business, and I'm gonna quit my job and just make chicken beanies. And any chicken in the winter that is cold, they hadn't heard of AZ Highland Homestead chicken beanies. I don't know. Maybe they already sell them on Etsy. They probably do. So go check those out. Blue Collar, go look at Etsy. They probably have them out there already. All right, let's see here. Yeah, thanks, Blue Collar. You are doing an amazing job. Hey, there's Matt from Grafted Branch Homestead. Go check out Matt's channel, everybody. Blue Collar, you put it up there already. Look at that. Good job. I'm so far behind on comments. I can't believe it. It's great. I love all of you. This is wonderful. Thanks for commenting so much. Yeah, thanks for hopping on, Matt. So good to have you here. Oh man, Lisa's gonna beat me to it. She's gonna crochet the chicken beanies before I ever learn how, and there goes my business idea. Then she'll pay off her house right away. Fervently praying for your family, man. I really appreciate it, guys. Thinking about the support I had last night had me in tears. Honestly, I was talking to my sister on the phone, and we're trying to just come up with a plan for how to support mom and dad. And yeah, it's kind of emotional to think about how many people are in our corner, and it's just amazing. All right. I won't give up my iPhone or MacBook. Oh, yeah, I mean, tools of the trade really for YouTube. That's kind of hard, but I don't know. Maybe there's yeah, it does make YouTube easier for sure. Lisa, yeah. How far behind am I? Oh, I'm like 6 minutes behind on comments. That's crazy. So I get a PO box. I don't get mail or packages, which is okay. So we just got a PO box, and I got a tip for you, RG. Look around in Skull Valley. It's farther away, but it wasn't that much farther away. We don't go out there very often, but we do have a farm out there that we like to support, and we hope to support more. Uh, their PO boxes there were, I want to say that they were like a tenth of the price of ones in town. So if there is a uh, small little town on your way to somewhere that you go every week, I would highly suggest getting a PO box there because they are so much cheaper. And I was very surprised at how cheap they were. We didn't go with that because we're always going through town, and so we got a 6 month, and I think it was like 70 or $80 for 6 months here in town. They're in high demand, so we got one. I should probably go and put that up so you guys know my my PO box. It's on our about tab on our page, but yeah, I'll just type it in here so that it's in the comments for anybody who's interested in sending us anything. We never do Christmas cards. We're bad like that. We always think about it, but it's kind of always too late. So we may do some Christmas cards though. So if you guys want to send us any Christmas cards, then I mean, go for it. We would love to get some mail. And I haven't gotten any mail from anybody yet. So if you've sent me anything, I don't think I've gotten it. Maybe I have. I need to go check the box. But anyway, we do have a PO box, and there is our address in the comments. So you can see it right there. Um, all right, let's see here. Speaking my dreams this morning, are you talking about the chicken beanies, Matt? Was that a dream that you had? Um, Steven says we love having our PO box, RG Homestead. Yeah, I'm hoping we get some mail. We have the notifications that send us an email if we get some mail, and I haven't seen much come in except for the last guy. He is a Scientologist, so he's getting mail still. So I gotta say something about that. All right, Barb at Benzo Raker says we were retired and we both were on call 24/7 when working, and our phones were easy to give up. Love being disconnected. Oh man, totally jealous, Barb. Okay, here we go. Lisa answered my question. I am way behind. Bear with me, folks. Thank you all for being on here. We got 15 people in the chat. That's awesome. We have utilities for electric, water as well. Oh, we have utilities for electric, water as well. Looked into solar, and the payback over time at our age for the investment was not beneficial. Oh, and I forgot. We have the side-by-side payment at 0% interest. So you do have a vehicle with a payment, Lisa. See? I wondered about your side by side. There's a lot of people with side by sides here in Arizona. They drive them up the desert washes and things like that, and way up in the mountains and deer hunting and everything else. And they have them at the rodeo every year, all the different models. And uh, yeah, we've looked into them, but we're not set up for buying them right yet. Maybe someday. We'll see. It's cash and carry, no debt here, which is great. Oh, living the dream. Nice. That's the thing. I think people should, I don't know, not covet, right? Coveting is a sin, but that's the thing that should be like more like elevated in our culture, I think, is um being debt free. Like not like having the vehicles or having the big house or having whatever, right? Like it should be living debt free. I think that's like pretty sweet. Congrats, RG. It's great. Um, Outdoors with Big Matt does a lot to help others and deserves some love. Thanks, Big Matt. Couldn't agree more, Steven. Absolutely. Uh, Meant the electric and the water is on a well. Yep, I knew what you meant, Lisa. Thank you for clarifying, though. Hey, Matt, you know what? You're welcome. I think you're probably saying thank you to me and Steven. But either way, you're very welcome. Appreciate all that you do, Big Matt. You're you're very much not a selfish person. You're giving to others, and Appreciate that. Zombie preppers in the house. Good morning. Blue collar is the bomb. Yeah, you said that. That's it's amazing. Amazing how good of a moderator blue collar is. Um, did a bunch of hats on a loom waiting for house to close. Now busy with rehab. Uh, I hate illness and injury. It's like the worst. So hope you feel better soon. Hope you get back up to speed. Um, all right. I've never made a chicken beanie. Have you made a rabbit beanie? Rabbit beanie would be sweet. The ear holes. Oh man, just total ridiculousness over here. Sorry, everybody. I just I need to laugh a little bit. This week's been rough. Uh, yeah. No, we're not. We're not too kind. We're just totally realistic. It's rare to find somebody who's on it like that. Blue collar. Appreciate it. Just got garlic planted yesterday. I got off Brainstorm Acres. Nice. You know what? Danielle just planted garlic in a bunch of pots because she says, I know we're going to find a house as soon as my garlic is like really good to go. And then my garlic's going to be left here. She planted so much garlic. We eat a ton of garlic over here. So, yeah, that's one thing we can get going outside right now. Um, Yeah, I somewhat agree with you there, Matt. My livelihood would seriously be impacted if I didn't have the grid, unfortunately. But uh, it would be kind of nice in a way. That's true. Uh, Lisa says I don't do Christmas cards either. Thanks for making me feel like I'm not alone, Lisa. One of the oh man, blue collar. You're too much. It's great. Thank you so much for getting our PO box on there. I think you added it right at the same time that I did. But yeah, there it is. If anybody wants to send us something, stickers or whatever, I'll do shout outs on a whatever you call it, mail call video. But I ain't gonna get a Christmas card from Lisa. I know that. I appreciate you showing me I'm not alone, Lisa, because uh, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am a recovering alcoholic and always will be. I haven't had a drink in many, many, many years, but at 25, I had a wake up call, and I was a really horrible drunk. So I'm so thankful. God brought me out of that, and I started following Jesus and haven't ever stopped. And that's what keeps me sober, as well as friends that show me I'm not alone, even if it's in not sending Christmas cards out. So if you guys know anybody who is struggling with anything, show them that they're not alone, because that's so important for so many people, especially during the holidays. Um, have two towns nearby, Paulden and Seligman. Yeah, I don't know which one is going to have the cheaper post office box, but I would imagine that Seligman RG. I could be wrong about that. However, there may be more people who don't get mail delivered around Seligman directly to their property. So you just have to look it up. You can go on the post office website, USPS website, and just punch in your zip code, and then all of these the PO box stuff comes up. But yeah, that was a tip. That Skull Valleys was so much cheaper than like Chino Valleys, for instance. Like they're both about 20 minutes away from us. So I looked at both of them, and I think it was maybe a third the price over in Skull Valley compared to Chino Valley. I am sending to you, Nick. Okay, thank you, Lisa. I'll look for something in the PO box. We got our PO box in a different town, and it was $33 for 6 months. Oh, I'm so jealous. Ours was 73. The one in our town was $90 for 6 months. No brainer to go to the smaller town. Yeah. So we were facing a similar thing, but the other town, we just don't go by there at all. So yeah, Steven, that's it's such a good tip for a lot of people who don't have a PO box yet. But yeah, if you're never over there, it's very inconvenient, and you might spend more money on gas, right? Gasoline. What's gasoline in your neighborhood, everybody? Everybody post up what you last paid for gas. Ours is 3.50 a gallon, I think, right now. Um, oh, there it is. Gonna get some stickers from Blue Collar. Sweet. You'll get a shout out, my friend, for sure. All right. Grafter branch. Nice. I'll be sending some toothache plant seeds to you in the next day or so here then. Matt, I appreciate that so much. I was going to reach out to you and ask, but you beat me to it. So thank you. You mentioned that toothache plant seed that you had. And guess what? I am going to send you back something, and you don't need to share your address with anybody. Whatever address you put on the plant seeds as the return address, I will send you something that you were talking about before with the seeds, and then you'll send it to someone else. I know you know what I'm talking about. It was your idea, but I'm going to start that off. And yeah, so then we can get seeds out to a bunch of people. So that's maybe a surprise video coming up. As soon as I get your toothache plant seeds, I will use that as the starter for what we're gonna do. It's gonna be exciting. Dream job Zamboni driver, and now also chicken beating. I love it. Yeah, Zamboni would be so fun to drive, right? Just cleaning that ice. That'd be great. If you can't get the Zamboni driver job, you know it's the close second is the the Costco cleaner, floor cleaner. I looked at one of those and I go, oh, that's like a Zamboni when we were in San Diego. I was like, that's the San Diego Zamboni because we don't have ice in San Diego. Anyway, we got ice out here in Prescott, that's for sure. Only mail we get at the PO box is the farm sticker swap. So I've been dragging my heels on getting stickers made, and I keep I keep getting the notifications from Farm Sticker Swap on Instagram, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get in on this. I gotta get my stickers going and swapping them with people, but I haven't yet. I went and spent all my money on houseplants. I can't believe it. I'm like ADHD, I guess, with hobbies and things. I saw those houseplants and how people were propagating them, and then yesterday found out that the pothos vine, you can actually put those in water and they give off hormones or whatever to the other plants to help stimulate their roots. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so glad I did this. But yeah, I spent my money I would have spent on stickers on houseplants. Zamboni driver. Uh, I really needed the laughs today, folks. Invest in dirt. Yeah, that's a good investment right there. Back to work, Zombie Prepper says, we'll be listening. Thanks for listening. I appreciate that. What's a chicken bean? Hey, if you're on Facebook, Matt, go over to AZ Highland Homestead. And you know what? I bet I could do this. Hang on. I'll show you. I'll do this. I can share my screen. Hang on. I'm on the other browser here. Let's see if I can do this here real quick. Bear with me, folks. Probably get even farther behind on comments. And I'm probably going to shut this thing down here pretty soon. I'm not I'm not sure how long I'm going to go. Feel like I'm just getting in my groove here. Finally waking up, drank enough coffee. Dude, here it is. All right, let's see here. How do I share this? Hang on. I'm going to do this. Let's see if I can share my screen. All right, that screen. We'll share it. Oh, I can't share my screen. Shoot. You know what? I can put the link. Hang on, folks. I got a link for you to the chicken beanie. Y'all can steal my idea for my way I was going to retire. I was going to be a millionaire overnight. All right, there's the chicken beanie for you, Matt. Go check that out. All right, so I asked about a rabbit beanie. Bun at getting started on Homestead made a rabbit milker? You have to be joking. It reminds me of the Ben Stiller asking if he can milk it. Or no, who was that? Robert De Niro asking Ben Stiller if he can milk a cat. I just can't get it together. Rabbit milking stand. I gotta check this out. Blue collar, put a link up. I gotta check that out. Rabbit milk. It's got to be a joke, right? There's no way. Put it into motion. Yeah, our friends just to the north of us, whose ugly sweater Christmas party we're going to tomorrow night. They did funny Christmas cards, and they're hilarious. All four of them are doing like just silly faces, and it's great. We should probably do that next year. I've seen people in recovery. Recovery works. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 3 years down for me. Been set free as well. Couldn't be happier. Dude, that's awesome, Matt. Congrats. That's huge. Good job, Nick. So important. Great points. Oh man, I talked about this stuff a long time ago. 100% Christmas card to help. I'm not alone. Yes. Congratulations. All those dedicated staying sober. It does work. Catch you next time. Hope your egg production keeps improving. Thanks, Barb. Hope you have a great day. We paid our town $80 because won't be leaving town too much these days. Yeah. Oh, here's all the gas prices. 304. They're in Tennessee. Blue collar is $2.99. They're in Tennessee as well, right? West Tennessee. 387 yesterday. Shoot, that's northern Arizona. 350 up in South Dakota. And Chuck paid 309. 289 for Tim. Oh, Tim, you're the winner. 330. 350 over New Mexico. All right, let's see if I can actually get to the end of these comments here. Just been waiting for you to get that P.O. box. Let's do it. Yes, we're going to do this thing with the seeds. What is my favorite color? Green. Of course, plants are green. But you know what? I like olive green, sort of like sage green color. I make maps. I always have to choose colors. I love green. Hey, Steven, thanks so much. Hope you have a great day. See you, Steven. All right. Have a good day, everyone. A good day to you, Stewart's Prepping. Oh, no way. There is the rabbit milking video. Holy cow. Hey, it's the Prepper Book Club from Southern Arizona. Hey, Prepper Book Club. How far away from Prescott are you? You must be like 5 hours away, I'm guessing. Somewhere down by Tucson, perhaps. Hey, Lisa, thanks so much for joining. You have to run, but leave you running and listening. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, great day to you as well, Lisa. Thanks again so much for your support. Appreciate it. Lisa has been super supportive this week. I told her I wanted to join her live stream, but Monday was a hard day for me with my dad being in the ER all night, Sunday night till midnight, and then he was in the ER all day on Tuesday as well. They're trying to figure out what's going on with him, and he is in his first appointment right now. So be praying for my dad. His name is Don, D-O-N, Don. There's the Prepper Book Club's YouTube channel link. Go check out the Prepper Book Club. Hey, Jeremiah's in here. Good morning, Jeremiah from Bullfrog Backyard Homestead. Glad you could join us. Here if you need me, and even if you don't. Yeah, appreciate that, Lisa. Lisa's awesome. If you guys don't follow Lisa, if you haven't subscribed to her channel, if you don't follow her on Instagram, you're missing out. You really are. So go check out her channel. She's one that's grown our community like nothing else, and she's got some stuff up her sleeve for the future. She's been emailing some of us about that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what our community does with that idea that she had. So um, make sure you all hit that thumbs up. I think that's like the third time you said that, blue collar. I appreciate that so much. It really does help. There it is right there. Look at that. Lisa is the queen of homesteader YouTube community. Ain't no joke. Yeah, Lisa is one to watch for sure. She turn on those the notifications for when she uploads stuff, when she goes live. Um, she's building our community like nothing else, and I'm so blessed to be connected to her, to be her friend. So thankful for that. Dude, Big Matt, thanks for praying. I appreciate that so much. All right. I hope I haven't missed any comments. Hey Matt, I hear you. Thanks for getting those seeds in the mail, and for praying for our family. Yeah, I needed it too. Got some good laughs today, and appreciate that. I'm gonna need to head out now. I got a text that came in from my family, so um, yeah, I'm just gonna cut out here. Yeah, lots of new channels to subscribe to. That's for sure. What a blessing. Thank you all. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you for making it on here and being part of this. Um, it means a lot. It's something I didn't know if I could get on here this morning and chat with y'all. And I slept in, had some weird dreams, and I was just thinking of my mom and dad and what they're going through right now. And yeah, it was kind of tough to get this going, but I really needed it. I appreciate all of you, and thank you for praying for my dad, Don. And pray for my mom too, and we'll give you updates as time goes on. Also pray for a house for all of us to live together at. Hoping to get a property that's a little bit bigger and have some more animals. And my dad's a retired veterinarian, so it'd be something I think that'd be fun for him too, to help out with just giving us wisdom and advice on the animals as his Parkinson's progresses. And um, it'd be good for us too, of course. So we'll continue to share our journey with you guys as time goes on. I hope to get some videos up maybe this weekend for you. I've got lots of footage, and yeah, thanks everybody. See you, Chuck. See you, Matt. See you, Blue Collar. Yeah, thanks, Jeremiah. Thank you so much, Tim. We really appreciate it, and yeah, we really appreciate all of you being in our corner. All right, everybody. Have a really blessed Thursday and a great weekend. And go out there, love your neighbors, love God, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, Rebecca. Thanks, everybody. Bye.